So you knew Tupac prior to you joining Death Row?
Yeah.
Okay. So take me through that. You meeting Tupac. You said you met him at Magic City, right, in Atlanta?
Well, you mean that's pretty much all the celebrities went. I'm from Atlanta, so everybody that we met at that time was at Magic City, and Big Unc Magic was, doing his thing back then at that time. So we was like, that was the hanging spot. Magic City was the hanging spot back in the day.
Okay. So take me through that. You meeting Tupac for the first time at Magic City.
Man, it ain't too much you can say about meeting somebody at the strip club, man. You meet at the strip club, you hang out at the strip club, everybody have a good time at the strip club, and you gotta realize that at that time, what album was that when he came out? Pac wasn't Death Row Pac. He was Pac, but that Death Row Pac was a whole different Pac. And I don't mean it in a bad way. What I'm saying, man, that record, when he did that All Eyes on Me album, I took him to a whole nother level, man.
Right. So, just how was it like around Death Row when y'all first got there? Like, how was it like, the environment? Like, who was there? Was Dr. Dre still in Death Row when y'all?
So when we got there, that was around the Christmas time too.
Okay, December then.
So we got there around the Christmas time, and how we met Dre. We actually met Dre at the Christmas party. We met Dre at the Christmas party, and it was kind of crazy because at the end of the night, after everything had happened and all that, we all on stage. He was the only one that wasn't on stage. All the artists was on the stage but him. And I guess he must have dipped or whatever, but and then all of a sudden, Dre was gone. Like we as artists, we didn't even know he was gone. He wasn't even part of the label no more. We didn't as our group didn't, but I guess everybody else knew. We found out later. But we didn't even know. But being at Death Row, man, it was special. It wasn't crazy for us because when we got there, we just wanted to do music. So we didn't really interact unless they told us we had to go to a lot of the stuff that was going on, but we didn't really interact like that. We was in the studio all the time, and most of the time you try to get your session in as much as possible because Pop worked like that. And I guess he was just getting ready to start on that Michel'le record. So, matter of fact, it wasn't he was starting on Michel'le, he was just doing records. So if you got your time, you better go do your time because if he pop up, he taking your studio session.
Right. So y'all joined Death Row in December of '95, right?
95.
So Tupac, if I'm not mistaken, did he join in October or November? October, right?
It had to be in October because that Westcon album was, single had just dropped right around the time we got out there. That California Love.
Yeah, California Love. Yeah. So with that being said, when Tupac joined Death Row, how can I say it? Did he affect other artists that was on the label? Because I heard when Tupac joined Death Row, a whole lot of artists' albums was pushed back when he joined.
I don't know if their album was pushed back because, like I said, we had just got there and all that. So I'm pretty sure. Think about it. He had just got there. I don't know. I think Danny Boy. You had Jewel. You had Lady of Rage. You had the Dog Pound. Yeah, you can say that. The only person I think really had priority was Snoop. Think about it. He had sold. Snoop was the artist on the label. He was the main dude until Pac got there. So I'm pretty sure a lot of records got put on hold. For that All Eyes on Me. But come on, man. You heard that record. I think I would have done the same thing if I was the record president. I'm like, y'all gotta wait. This is the thing. And then him coming out of jail with all that New York, West Coast, and all this stuff that he had already, kicked up in the vibe. Yo, that was the time right there. Him getting out of jail, coming to Death Row Records. Come on, man. How could you not go with that first?
Dr. Dre leaving Death Row. Just take me through that. You finding out him leaving Death Row and,
That's when all the crazy stuff come in. Michel'le saying all the crazy stuff that she was saying about him, and And then Pac with the, what Pac said, he was gay and all this stuff, and screwed Dre, and that's when all the records and all that stuff started being bananas. That's when it started just even getting even crazier. It seemed like it took more of a hit than anything when he left. It really did. You got to realize, even though you had Pop record doing what he was doing. Snoop was getting ready to work on, I think he was working on Dogfather at the time. But me personally, man, after everything went down, I think Dre, it seemed like Dre kept it more of a flow than anything else because it stayed more about work. Even Pop worked, but it seemed like it stayed more about work and, you know, getting these records out and all that. That's what Dre was about. Just, you know, from my understanding of getting the records out, you could tell by the time he left because they put a cat named Kevin Lewis to really try to put the records together. And I'll be honest with you, Kevin was a cool cat, but putting the records together didn't work out well. I mean, he was changing styles up and, you know, had you sounding like, you know, when they were doing our record, we had to cut him off a little bit because he was trying to have us sound like damn OJs. Like, hold up, man, 20-something years old doing no damn OJ type album. So that, I mean, I really wish he would have been around. I would have got a chance to work with him.
How did you find out that he left Death Row?
It was a meeting. Michel'le and, well, it was that meeting too. I think that's when it really happened too, at that in the office in the Red Room that day, that same Sam Sneed thing. I think that's when it really jumped off. I think that was one of it because Michel'le was on hers and yeah.
What was Michel'le saying about Dr. Dre in that meeting?
That he wasn't shit, period, point blank. That basically you sum it up, Dre this and Dre that. But then a lot of times, I mean, you got to realize nobody even knew that when you sit there and you saying the Suge and Puffy's baby mom, but nobody, I didn't even know that Suge and Michel'le was like that until later. I'm like, hold up. So, you know, that's how that all hit. That's when all the bull started coming out with her. When everybody started finding out they were together, we was like, oh, no wonder she talking trash about my man because she was Suge. Oh. So it kind of made you go, come on, man, there's something, is that real what they saying about this dude? Because you with Suge, man. How is that?
So take me through that, you finding out that Michel'le and Suge Knight was messing around.
Man, I was confused, man. Just being honest, it was just confusing. It was like, hold up, man, how you go? That's first of all, y'all got a child together. How you go from that to that and on the same label, we all in the same mix? It was just weird, man. Like, how do you go there? That was my whole thing. How do you go from here to here and y'all all in the same? So in your mind, you going, some of this stuff must have been going on from day one, man. There's no way in the world it just popped up and started happening. So all the slick, it been slick. That slick was probably going on even while dude was around.
Right. So Dr. Dre, you know, the rumors about him being gay, do you think it was any truth to that, or you think they were just saying that because they was mad because he left Death Row?
I mean, it's kind of hard for me to sit here, man, when people mad and on some other stuff, they don't say a whole lot of stuff, man. I believe Dre was gay, man. I don't. I'm not gonna put that out there that man was gay. I think it just was good to say the fuel, the throw the gasoline on the fuel, or why he left and this and that and that. Nah, man, come on. Dre was solid. That night at the Christmas thing, we got a chance to really talk to him, and Dre was solid. And one thing he always said, just keep it about the music. And he didn't know us. We were just like, you gotta realize we were still fans, man. We were part of the label. We were still fans. This is Dr. Dre. You gotta realize Freak Nigga hit. And you gotta realize the Chronic was really crazy doing Freak Nigga in Atlanta that time. And they came to town, and think about it, they came to town, they had Club 112, it's Dre and Snoop. So now you are part of it. When you saw it all, you know what I mean? And you like, man, I wish I could be a part of that, blah, blah, blah. You at the party, at the club, and they VIP, and you in the audience. And then all of a sudden, now you in the game with them.
Yeah, so when you first met Dr. Dre at the Christmas party or whatever, it was all love.
It was cool, man. It's cool. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. And never will. Like I said, I believe that was some bull. I don't know if anybody ever told you about No Diggity. They ever tell you about No Diggity?
No, tell me about that.
Oh, I got a good one for you. So the No Diggity record came out. Well, it didn't come out. Jimmy Iovine slick. He plays it for Suge. So Suge takes the record and has it produced the same way. Produced the record the same way. The whole track was the same way. Pac jumped on it. Aaron Hall, KZ, Danny Boy, and all of them, they jumped on it and did the record. They hit 'em up. Not hit 'em up. What's the name of that record? That one with all them on it.
Toss It Up.
Toss It Up. Toss It Up was No Diggity.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Toss It Up. That was on the Michel'le album. That was No Diggity.
That was the track that they stole was Teddy Riley's beat. So like I said, they reproduced it and did it on there, and Teddy Riley was gonna sue, so they had to change the track up again. But the original, they had stole No Diggity because Jimmy let Suge hear No Diggity before it came out. So Suge went and had it produced the same way and had them jump on it. And I think somebody said Teddy or somebody was about to sue, and they had to go take that track off and redo the track. How did he hear the song unless Dre didn't play it for him? Teddy didn't play it for him. So how would he hear the record? How would he even know? First of all, he must have had a copy in order for him to have the track produced. Listen, the No Diggity track was recorded the same way when Pac was on. So I did. Come on, man. It's a cold game, man.
Toss It Up always did sound similar to No Diggity, so it makes sense now.
I wish we could just take the vocals and put it on, and because they changed up a lot of it as far as the singing stuff and all that. They changed it up a little bit after they had to redo the track, so them dudes came back in and redid everything. But man, that was a cold game, man.